Hold on. Let me see something. Let me know in the chat when you get in here. Let me know if you can hear me, because I don't got my headphones in to get no feedback. Can you hear me? Peace. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't think they can hear you, sir. Cheyenne B, what up? Oh, Crypto Princess, you can't hear me? Okay. All right. Cool. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. 1 second here, because I'm on my Zoom. I got the microphone set there. Okay. So I sent the email out. We're gonna get started like at 7:30. I'd like to try to come on like a few minutes early to get people acclimated, give them a little time so we can start on time. So those of you that's here, do me a favor, smash the like button for me. We're going to get into some things. We're gonna have church in these streets tonight, because I'm about to take y'all into this good old Bible. Oh yeah, you might as well get your Bible out. But get your Bible out. We're going to Numbers 14, verse 18. So where we going tonight? We're going to Numbers 14, verse 18, because it ain't what they say it is. That's one translation that they're giving you. There's a whole nother translation that deals with the abundance factor. It deals with poverty if your ass ain't careful. Oh, I'm gonna show you. Oh, we're gonna have Sunday night church. 4 minutes. We're gonna have church. Fact. Let me go ahead and pull up. Because I was just going through some old PowerPoints and stuff, and I found something. I was like, what the hell is this? I almost didn't remember it. I had to go through the whole entire PowerPoint. I'm like, oh, I actually did this. And this is Family Wealth Club material, man. That's why it behooves you, man. You got to be in that thing. All right. So where's my screen share at? Where is my screen share? All right. It's dawned on me that I am a master blurter, because I got so much mental energy. I just blurt out shit, and I've become comfortable with it. I'm really just, bump it. Let me blurt, I'm a blurter, but it made me conscientious of it. And so when I switch subject matters and shit, I'm like, hey, I'm switching subject matters. You know what I'm saying? All right, where we at on time? 3 minutes. We're going to get this party started. Let me back up, come back to YouTube real fast. Make sure that y'all can see me. Coach Mike, what up? Carrie, what's good? Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, we're going to have some church. Y'all going to come to the Prosperity Church tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all going to come to the Christ Church of Manifestation. Oh, it's in the works. The Christ Church of Manifestation. I'm just a little bishop. Y'all gonna have the prime minister, Minister Jew. All right. So we're gonna get this party started in 2 minutes, like the email says, 7:30. I don't want nobody to get here exactly at 7:30. And then you know, I'm like, God damn, boy, you said 7:30, you started already. Cause I start on time, man. That's one thing about me, man. I'm a stickler for time. Want to drive me crazy? Be late. All right, man. So look, I got the candle lit. Got a little bit of. We got drink responsible. This is not for children. You know what I mean? I already put that in the thing. But we got a little bit of blueberry. I got your blueberry. A little bit of blueberry. I don't smoke, but I drink of the grape. Okay. Marvin, what up? And dig this, y'all. I don't really want the sign. If you know where it is, I want the house. I don't really care about the sign. Is all right, but give me the sign and the house. If you got it when we get to that particular point, you know what I'm saying? I just go through the wheel, man. Y'all can really tap in from the house for real, for real. All right. So 1 minute. 1 minute, Dougie Fresh, we on. Hold on, man. I gotta see my anchors. I got certain people I gotta see before I start. Hold on. What's going on? How far in the house? You go to astro.com, put in your birthday. You got to have your time of birth in order for you to know the house. And then just click on the chart, and then you're going to see the Zodiac wheel. And then you will be able to see his house. The house is in the inside of the wheel. All right. Rich Wealthy, what up, what up, what up? Solomon Walker, what's good? Black Million, what's good? Mara the Legend, Crypto Princess, what's going on? Kerry Kennedy's in the building. Coach Mike Elboki's in the building. K Money Phil's in the building. Magneto, Onyx, Zigzagger, 10V. Y'all see 10V in there? 10V. That's the lucky guy. That's the lottery guy right there. So when I played that video clip, he's there. 10V. All right. Can't start, man. Andrea Graydon came in the building. Hey. All right, man, do me a favor. 46 people win real fast. Let's smash the like button. Let's get to maybe magic number 22. Deuce. Can we get the deuce? Can we just get a deuce? What's up? Can we just get a double deuce? I remember y'all used to drink double deuces. You ain't drink the 40 ounces and shit. We used to drink double deuces of Coke 45. What y'all know about that, man? Come on, man. Give me 22 likes. I need 2 more before I start. Give me double deuce. I used to drink the double. I used to drink the Coke 45, and we used to put volumes in it and shit. Crazy shit we used to do as kids, man. All right. 8th house, Cheyenne, 27 degrees. Taurus. Interesting. I got Jupiter 26 in Taurus. Got the same Jupiter. All right. So let me go over to my screen here. Let's get this party started, man. All right. Okay, so in Numbers, before we get to Numbers, Proverbs 13:22, you know, if you watch my videos, I always put this in here, okay? A good man, not woman, a good man leaves an inheritance, which is interesting when just looking at English phonetics, in her, okay? A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous. 1 Timothy 5:8. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than the unbeliever. You are a scoundrel as a man if you do not produce and provide for family. Now, I guess it becomes subjective if we say, well, I'm providing. We got a roof over our head. we good. We ain't naked. We ain't hungry. We ain't outdoors. Maybe. So in this slide, let me blow it up just a little bigger. All right. So poverty is linked to epigenetic changes and mental illnesses. There's tons, when I say tons of data that is out here. If you just type in poverty and illness, poverty and sickness, like you're going to see scholarly studies by scientists, psychologists, psychiatrists, universities, published medical journals that show you that poverty is actually stamping the DNA. Okay? So your stress about money, lack thereof, and things of that nature will start to stamp the DNA. All right. Google it yourself. There's plenty of them there. Now, open up that good old Bible, because I like to come from God's words. That's my favorite one. The Lord, patient, forever loving, he forgives wrongdoing and disobedience. He never lets the guilty go unpunished, punishing children for their parents' sin to the third and fourth generation. Now, this look like if you do something wrong, your children to the third and fourth generation is done. Really think about that. The third generation, okay, your children, right? Then the grandchild, then the great-grandchild is the third generation. And then I guess the great-great-grandchild would be the fourth. If you sin. But I'm going to show you, like Minister Jew will show you where sin means miss the mark. I'm going to show you another definition for sin that has everything to do with your financial status. Okay? Here's the King James Version. The Lord is long-suffering and great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the inequity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready? Y'all ready? See, you got to really love this scripture. See, to really figure out the mysteries, you gotta kind of know how to read Hebrew, just a little bit, okay? So now here's a Bible, obviously that's English and Hebrew, and Hebrew goes from right to left, okay? So notice number 1, it says Nisha, it's 3 letters, Nun, Shin, Aleph, Nisha. In English, it says bearing away. Number 2, you see on, Aleph, Ein, vowel, which is an O or a U sound, and in means inequity. Okay, so you see what I highlighted. Let's read the highlight in English. Bearing away, inequity and transgression, visiting, what? The visiting of sin. So you know I'm talking about the same thing here. Okay, you can see it's Numbers 14, verse 18, and I'm just highlighting a few key words, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And notice on the far right, I have 2 again because it's the same word. See the first number 2 to the right, it says inequity. And then it said inequity again over here, which in this case, they said the sin. So sin and inequity is the same word. Okay. Okay. Get ready. Word number 1, Nisha. Go down to the bottom. It do say raise, lift, or remove. Okay. But it also means what? Taking a wife. Huh? Also means what? Burden. I'm not calling you wives a burden. But if you ain't on your shit, for man and woman, this thing's going to become a burden. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be talking about both of you. Look at the top. What it mean? Financial debt. It's the same word. Nun, Shin, Aleph. Financial debt, ladies and gentlemen. Financial debt. Duly noted. Duly noted. Let's move on. Let's look at Nisha in the dictionary. What do it say? To marry, to do business, negotiate, to argue. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's what it means. All right. Let's look at word number. So bearing away, we got pretty much some marriage energy out of that. Okay. For number one. Number two, inequity. Let's see what that says. Inequity. You see the definition on 3 letters on the highlight to the far right. That's ein, valve, noon. Okay. That's noon final. So that could read like AUN or AON. Okay. Inequity, sin. That's what it means. Scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. When we just add one letter to it, if we add an I behind that, it would mean poverty, infliction. So you know what that means? In Hebrew, there are words called root words. Just like you say slavery. The root word of slavery is slave. Enslavement. The root word is slave. So the root word for poverty is the same word for sin. I want to be clear. Okay? So sin, missing the mark. What mark? The financial mark. Sin is actually poverty. That's your affliction. I already said there's case studies that show you it's going to affect your DNA. Okay? All right. What do on say when we go into a root word dictionary? Time, to advantage, benefit for specific time periods. Ooh-wee. In other words, take advantage of time and stop bullshitting. Today, you do what you want to do, okay? But, I know some people like watching games. That's what they do. I got people that be like, man, Sunday, I ain't moving. I'm watching the game. That's what they do. Now, Sunday, I may be doing things to progress my soul. I have leisure. So maybe, I have leisure, but I know for sure, I spend more time for sure advancing myself. I work on Sundays. I don't do Chick-fil-A. I work on Sundays because I enjoy what I do. And I got 2 main modes of work, right? One physical, real estate, one spiritual, soul advancement, and give back to the people, right? So I'm never off because it feels awkward to me to be off. I feel like I'm not producing. And I haven't earned my leisure by my standard. So if you want to play games and watch games, and then you wonder why you always going to work like you a slave, and then you don't know nothing about setting up generational wealth for you to be okay, so you can spend more time with your loved ones if that's of any importance to you, but it must not be, right? And I'm not really necessarily concerned about the time, the system that we need to have so the next generations won't be cursed based off of our inadequacies. I'm worried about, I don't care about a game. You know how I get the game information? Minister Jew, playoff time. I don't know. Only know one NFL football player, and that's homeboy, the quarterback for the Seahawks, because he married to Sierra. I swear to God, I don't know not one NFL player. That's I shouldn't say that out loud, but I swear I'm not lying to you. Tom Brady, maybe. Okay, so do he still play? Like, I don't know. I don't know people. I don't watch it, man. I only know one boxer, Floyd Mayweather, right? I don't watch that stuff. NBA, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable, but probably can't name maybe 5 people, maybe 10 tops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm horrible. I don't spend time there. I'm busy trying to create something. I'm not knocking those who do, but damn it, if you don't have the systems in place that's going to take care of the next generation, I think you need to scale back off the games. You're a grown ass man. What's going on? Okay. All right, let's move forward. So word number 3. Okay, we're going to get into this. Now they're talking about transgression here, which is really 3 letters. You see 4, but the first letter is vowel and it means and. That's why you see it in where it's highlighted. It says and transgression. So what that means, how you say it in Hebrew, will be V. V means and, right? So it's like V, what is it? Pasha, P-S-A. That's what that is. Or Pasha, Pasha. Okay. Vipasha means in transgression. Okay. So now when we go look at Pasha in the dictionary of Hebrew etymology, what do it say? Transgress, right? That's what we was just looking at, transgression. But what do transgression mean? To misuse a relationship. And it also means sinning. To misuse a relationship and sinning. Oh, we're going to tie all this together. We're going to tie it all together. Okay. All right. So let's move to the fourth letter. All right. Visiting, the fourth letter means invest with purpose or responsibility. Depositing, giving in trust, counting, investing. Wow. Like, I'm not making this up. What a coincidence. All of the words have some type of financial bearing. What's the name of the goddamn chapter? The name of the chapter is Numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Numbers. So this little, can I just say it? This little fluffy ass translation that they given us, although true, is not the real deal. The book of Numbers in the Bible is literally talking about finances and other things when we progress through it later, because it then starts to talk about Judah and the size of the goddamn Leo constellation dealing with the speed of light. So then it starts to transgress from finances to the astral realm. And this is why this is hip hop astrology, so you can get this shit. And excuse my rugged look, but hey, man, I'm at the end of my barber cycle. All right, y'all ready? All right. So these are the words again in Hebrew. I ain't gonna go over them. So let's get into some translation then. Let's bring it all together. Okay, let's put it. The first box that you see is from the King James Version. The Lord is long suffering and of great mercy. Forgiving means what? That was the first thing we did. It means financial debt. It means business. It means marriage. It means argue. Inequity. What did inequity mean? Poverty and take advantage of time. What did transgression mean? Misuse of a relationship or deficient. And by no means clearing the guilty. Visiting, what would the visiting mean? Investing or deposit. The inequity, we already did inequity. So visiting the inequity, which is poverty and take advantage of time upon the fathers, or I'm sorry, of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation. Paragraph 2. Let's try to translate it straight out. God is slow to anger and of great mercy. Financial debt and poverty from a deficient relationship, and by no means will it clear the deposits of poverty from the fathers of the children of the third and fourth generation. Can I get an amen? Come on, church. Come on. Come on. Now let me give you the whole commentary. Okay? Because what you got to know in Hebrew, words mean marriage, but not only we talking about marriage, we also talking about arguing and financial debt within the same word. Not only we talking about poverty, we talking about please take advantage of time. So I can't choose one without the other. So what we gonna do in the Noble's long translation, call me Daddy Long Legs. In the long translation, let's read the last paragraph in the long translation. God is slow to anger and of great mercy. Marriages that argue and fail to take advantage of time and realize that marriage is a business will become a deficient relationship that will incur financial debt and poverty, and the Lord by no means will clear the deposits of poverty from the fathers of their children of the third and fourth generation. I gotta look y'all in the face. I got to see y'all. Can we get an amen? Huh? How y'all like that, man? How you like that? Don't play with this Bible. And when I went back over it, I said, God damn it, that minister Jew said it again. Well, he done it again. He keeps saying noble. I don't care what they say, man. The Bible is the greatest book ever written. And boy, oh boy, I'm like this close from concurring. I don't concur all the way, but I love the fact that when it makes you have to figure it out, and that's what opens up realization and expansion of consciousness. So just might be, the Holy Quran is straight through and gangster. That's my book right there. It gets straight to the point, man. We're going to roll on you with the Quran. That's what it is. Okay? Y'all all right? Y'all good? Y'all good? Let me know you're all right here. Okay? All right. All right. All right. See, they don't know how to. The problem with the modern day preacher is he relies on the standard translation. And that's cool if that's where you at. But it's a lot of people that we don't go to church because we like, something's missing. Something's missing, man. What do you mean the man is in the belly of a whale, man? I ain't no little kid. Stop talking to me like that, right? Something's missing. The interpretation is missing, but don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry. The church of the Christ Church of Manifestation is on the way. All right. So I told y'all the other day that I was going to share with you guys some things. So for me personally, all right, there's certain things that for me personally, and I'm talking about me, let me share my screen. There's certain things that I want to walk the walk on. And there's certain things that I know that I don't necessarily have to practice, but I know it to be true. Like I know, fat ass Noble could be working out. But if I say, hey man, y'all need to work out and do this, and you looking at me and I'm looking at myself like, well, it don't mean that it don't work. If I tell you to work out, it's good for you. Just because I ain't working out don't mean that it's not, the information is not good advice. So I don't play that when that person ain't even doing what they saying for themselves. I don't play that. That's not me. I look at, is it true or false? I don't care what the person do. Okay. But there's certain things for me that I definitely want to actively participate in when I present it because it has a certain value to me. Okay. All right. So one of those things is real estate, setting up the next generation so we don't curse them. So for me, I'm just talking about me. I'm going to open up and just show you some of the things that I'm sitting on here. Pittsburgh, that house is currently empty. Just purchased that. So I don't know, maybe on not even a whole month, sometime earlier this month that went through. Or maybe no, it was actually a month ago. It was October that went through. How? It was a tax sale. How? I didn't go to the tax sale. The dude owner called me. Why? Because I mailed him a letter that said, hey man, you look like you're gonna lose your house. Give me a call. He called me. I just paid the back taxes. He didn't make a dime off of it. I just paid the taxes. Boom. He walked away from it. Only 13. How much is it worth? 60. 4 bedrooms. Right? So that's one. Then I got the big behemoth in the middle. So listen, man, I get sensitive when it comes to the one that says Superior. Because this is a big ass building that I bought back in 2018. Now, I bought clearly a distressed property. Those awnings are not even on it no more. Those ugly ass maroon awnings, that's not even there no more. I tore those off. I thought maybe, and I go to another PowerPoint and show you what I wanted to do. What was it? The historical property plan? Get out of my way, dude. I wanted to build, I was looking at the overview of a neighborhood. And this yellow smiley face is where that property is at. And I knew a new market was coming at the end of the block and it was empty space on the main avenue. And I knew that I need to be buying in this neighborhood. And you see the new builds that I put all right behind me, even though they're low income single family homes, but nevertheless, it's still new builds. And when that starts to happen is the neighborhood eventually start to turn. And so I bought this particular property before the market even announced it was coming there. This is me doing an overview map just like this as a surveyor, like, oh, it's just a matter of time before it comes. It's common sense. And the deal that it was worth, that it was at, made perfect sense. So my idea, and here's a 3D rendition of that particular market that's coming. And they broke ground on it already and doing construction on it right now. My idea, honestly, to be 100 with you, was to build something for women to allow y'all to have a nice spot for yourselves that you can do your thing. I talked to a few women and you all have the same thing in common. Y'all all are doing something dealing with health, spa, beauty, reflexology, crystal wands, waist beads. It's women's wellness. That's what y'all into. That's just y'all thing. And I'll be like, damn, we got to connect the damn dots here. Because this one in Philly, this one in, down south, this one's up in Detroit, this one's in Chicago. And I'm like, you got to figure out a way to bridge this gap because you ain't going to be able to do it by yourself per se, right? So anyway, so I had this vision that this particular property could be totally renovated and we have a space to do our thing. Here's the big picture of it. Look at the back. The back could be 100% open space for us to just do whatever. At one time, this place had 15 bedrooms. Okay. Now, I thought that we was going to be like, yo, come on, y'all, let's put our money up. Let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's turn this into something. We got our own now. Let's do it. Right. And I ain't taking no shots. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to even say it. I'm not, we don't take people money and not produce. We just don't do that. Right. But the opportunity is here to really do this place right. Start 100K. Really, I would like to budget 150 because I know how it is, but we can make tremendous progress. But what do that mean? Man, shit, man. It could be 50 of us on here right now can just drop 2K. And we can turn this shit around and make it pop. And we can, man, listen, there's some things that can be done. We can partner up and do some things, you know what I'm saying? That could be done. But I ain't tripping. I don't even want to put the burden and the responsibility on the people to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, is that fair, Noble? I'll be having these conversations with myself. Is that fair that I can go get a place and say, okay, people, y'all want it. Let's build it. Come on. It ain't just mine. Or maybe do I need to go that extra step and be like, okay, the doors is open. Now show up. I don't know. But I know what? I decided that I'm selling it. And I put it on them and I'm selling. It's on the market for sale. And maybe I should take it off. Because every buyer that come through backs off of it because of the zoning and whatnot. And it looked like it's trying to tell me to stick to my original plan. My original plan was allow the area to totally turn around in years to come. This is future generations. I don't care if I'm not here to see it. Imagine all of us who pitch into this place got a plaque on the wall because we built something and we did something for the next generation. Do you know I can show you the history of this building and it sold for $480,000 back in 2000. In 2004, it sold for $445,000. We talking about damn near $500,000, and I picked it up for 18. I'm telling you, one thing we got to do is put 150 in it, and we be super good. We 168 all in. Even if we 200 all in, you telling me we couldn't sell this for $500,000? I know we can, and more. I know we absolutely can. This is rare. Nobody has this right here, as far as that extended add-on in the back. And then right around the corner, I had bought this particular house and only had paid $5,013 for it, 2 streets over. But I sold that earlier in the year. I no longer have that one no more. All right. Only paid $5,000 for it. So we got that. Got an 8 family. That's for my family. I don't have nobody in on this. This is strictly family business right here. Okay. Now I got some private partners that's with us. Some of them may be here. That's inside this called Oak. That's the ugly blue house that I turned red. Remember, I was playing around in the video. All my houses got a name. I call her Strawberry Swirl because she red with the white top. You know what I mean? Her name's Strawberry. And this is Ash. This was the first sub 2 that y'all saw that I did, the Ashburton. And then you saw Maplewood. Man, I'm super stoked with Maplewood and Maplewood 2, because these two, and this is me right here, are directly next door to each other. Directly next door to each other. So this is the first time that we literally, made this accomplishment of buying properties in their next door to each other. Right? So 2020 has been a phenomenal year. Okay? A phenomenal year. All right? So, hold on. Let me do something real fast. All right. Let me stop my screen share. All right. All right. So the zoning is people want it for the halfway house. And since it was vacant for so long when I bought it, they want to be like, nah, no more than 8 people can stay in it. And the place easily, obviously, as you can see, probably can take way more than that. So now you have to deal with making an appeal to the board, and the board wants to see your rehab plan, and they rock with you. It's not going to be hard to do. I've already built a relationship with the president of the Historical Society, and he sits on the Landmark Commission. So the only thing we got to do is just boss up and be like, yo, this is what we doing. But that's more of a group home feel. I ain't into that group home thing. I know how to do. The only thing, if we wanted it and we wanted to keep it, honest to God, you know what we do? We fix it, we do it, and we make it a private membership. We make it a private church. Once you make it a church, you can't say nothing. So it's private. And guess what? It's based off membership. And the membership is an online membership. So we ain't doing commerce. We ain't taking nobody money at the door. You understand what I'm saying? This is a private membership that's online, and you happen to come here. So everything that we offer is based off of online membership, man. All right. So no, it can't be used for commercial. The way it's zoned is residential, or certain things within residential, like group homes and churches, things like that. You did. So we can make whatever out of it. I already had a layout for it. The downstairs was going to be that girly spa stuff. It was going to be a salt cave. You know what I'm saying? An amethyst room. All of the healing modalities downstairs. Upstairs, more of an open space, supper club type of vibe. Sit down at the table, internet cafe, food. Are we selling anything? No. It's inclusive of your membership. It's basically like Soho House. Soho House is nothing more than a private hotel, but they may take an old warehouse, turn it into a hotel, or a nice ass, big ass beach house in Malibu. And then there's a paid membership that allows you to have access. So we do our own thing called Prosperity House, like Soho House is. So we can do it, but I ain't doing it by myself. I'm just telling you right now, because I didn't buy that just for me. I got that for the people. Like, and listen, man, I'm just going to tell y'all the truth, right? Like, I'm not, and it's no disrespect, but I'm just looking at the truth, man. I'm not Jay Morrison. I didn't take your money, and not going to take your money and go buy a building and then have to first then turn it around before it turns something. Me and my partners, we put things together, and we immediately went to putting the money to work, and not grabbing the building to say like, hey, look at me, and I'm in here, but it still needs to be renovated and start turning revenue. Okay. It's no disrespect. I'm just telling the truth. Nor am I saying, hey, I'm Umar and I got a school, but I'm not going to tell you what's going on. And you know what I mean? And it's some riffraff with that. Again, it's no disrespect. I'm just looking at the facts of the matter is I don't have that issue. And when we do things privately amongst ourselves and we decide to do ventures, we immediately go into whether it's flipping the property or grabbing rental income producing property and try to start turning cash flow as soon as possible. Versus a big project and we don't know how it may turn out. And you know what I mean? So that's the difference. You know what I mean? All right. All right. So I'll give you my spec of Jupiter because y'all got the email about Jupiter and why this works for me. Because I would like to believe I'm tapped in. Oh, I know I'm tapped into Jupiter. Jupiter for me, ladies and gentlemen, is in Taurus, which is the sign of money. So you got the planet of abundance in the sign of money, and it's in the 11th house. The 11th house is the house that deals with groups of people and friends. And the group of people, honestly, because it's the Aquarian house, it's the group of people that's about uplifting and changing humanity. Okay, so Jupiter in Taurus is money. 11th house is friends. My friends got money, or my friends and us and myself, we should be thinking about how to grow money. Jupiter is by far the most favorable planet in the entire solar system, and I happen to have it in the money sign, along with the 11th house where friends and groups of people can benefit. So now it's just a matter of you all saying, yo, let's tap in. So it works for me that way when I put something together for the group of the people. Okay? That's how it works for me. Now you look in your chart and you tell me, where do you have your Jupiter? And let's see if we can get some understanding. Because if you do this one thing, where it's at, then this can come easy to you because Jupiter represents quick luck expansion. Okay? It come easy. Easy peasy macaroni cheesy. Okay, money. Jupiter is in my 5th house, 6 degrees Cancer. You can have a lot of children with Jupiter in the 5th house. You can have twins. But Cancer represents home. So it can be a big home, big family. Cancer, since it's home, could be real estate because it's home. So this is big real estate, something dealing with the children. So this is creativity, the arts, and it's very favorable for gambling. Lucky, like you can go to the casinos and stuff and you'll be a winner, right? Especially in favorable times. So I'm seeing that more of, definitely you got the abundance factor, especially when it comes to your children if you have some. Okay, so your creative expression, be creative, have fun, whatever you're dealing with. If you're dealing with something in the arts, and again, it can be something homebound because of that Cancer energy tends to be homebound. So that's like home-based curriculums, things of that nature. You can do it. And again, I emphasize Cancer is real estate, but bless children. So make sure your children are good, and it all starts to rain in for you. Okay. All righty. Magneto Onyx got Jupiter in the 6th house in Aquarius. All right. So Jupiter in the 6th. You about to have a Jupiter return. This is expansion in work, expansion in, if you deal with anything dealing with health, that's expansion and growth. And honestly, when it comes to your personal health, it's easy for you to recover because of the Jupiter thing. You probably don't even get sick like that. All right. Aquarius is groups of people, friends, but it also serves the radical individual. So make sure that whatever you're doing, see, Aquarius is really, it's an oxymoron. It's individualistic, but then it concerns itself for the group. Being the opposite of Leo, Aquarius gets its ego kicks because my comrade, my opposite Leo, is known as the ego. Aquarius gets its ego kicks out of, look what I done for you and look how I helped you. Now that's true, but I don't do it maliciously though. You know what I'm saying? I love helping. I really do. But it's not, and I get satisfaction out of it. But I ain't gonna be like, see, I was helping you and you owe me because I helped you. Man, listen, do you, man. Y'all know my story. I tell the truth, right? Y'all know. You know, my man will tell you. My man will tell you he fucked up some bread, some serious money, and we went through the motions on how he handled it. But it's me that's reaching back out. It's like, yo, bro, we good? Like, hey, bro, no, we was better than that, man. If you gonna straighten me out, straighten me out. We was better than that, homie. Like, I ain't, we good. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't looking at what I done for you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Jupiter in Aquarius, friends, groups of people in your day-to-day work. That's a mission. You know what I'm saying? That's like some type of organization that's about charity as well. You know what I'm saying? That helps people. You know what I mean? So you really should find a charity that gives back to the people and being of some type of, maybe has something to do with personal hygiene and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But your day-to-day work, whatever your work is, you know what I'm saying? And you vibe in groups of people, technology even, you know what I'm saying? You get big paper from that. You know what I mean? That's your easy zone. You know what I mean? Jupiter in the 10th, 18 Cancer, Black Million. Jupiter in the 10th, good God Almighty. When it gets no higher than that, we're talking about success, career, public fame. You know, Cancer, more of that homey energy, could be real estate. Success with family, though. Cancer's family. You know what I'm saying? Cancer is also food. So you can be success with, if you got food endeavors or you want to invest in food trucks, whatever the case may be, something dealing with the culinary arts, that's a big plus for you. You know what I'm saying? But that Jupiter in the 10th wants you to tap into your career factor. You know what I mean? That's how you tap into that. And it's public. So you got to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? That's big stuff. Tanya, Jupiter in the 2nd. You're supposed to be getting to the money. Sagittarius, you may get through it by teaching, though, learning something or something dealing with foreign aid. That Forex stuff or foreign currency, something dealing with foreign something in money. The 2nd house is money, and Jupiter is foreign. So it's something dealing with foreign. Sag is the foreign. 2nd house is money. So Jupiter is the expansion. And plus Jupiter rules Sag. So it's a double emphasis on the foreign thing. So think about something that may be international in a sense that you're here to tap into. And you can ride that wave to a great amount of financial abundance. Or Jupiter Sagittarius is the teacher, and it's something that you're teaching people that can bring you some finances. Okay. But you will probably be one of the ones that can do well in Forex, though. All right. Jupiter and Cap in the 7th house, man. Rich and wealthy. That's dope, man. Jupiter and Capricorn in the 7th mean you can have big, successful relationships with older people. The way I'm seeing that is like rich and wealthy. I would want you on a team to be like, hey, man, we about to go raise some money from private individuals so we can invest and buy apartment buildings with their money. So usually these people got money. They kind of historically have been older. So Jupiter and Capricorn is expansion by older people and success. 7th house is partnerships, legal, contractual contracts and whatnot. But also your personal relationships can be very abundant as well. And that also, because Jupiter likes to have many because it's big, then that means you can be in multiple relationships. You, rich and wealthy, are a polygynist or a polyandrist or something. You can do that if you want to. However, Capricorn kind of puts the brakes on it a little bit because it's naturally ruled by Saturn. All right. All right. Tamara Morris, we did that one. Jupiter and Aquarius in the 5th house again. Family, I'm sorry, not family. Technology, groups of people, friends are dealing with the arts. I'm sorry, we didn't do the 5th house with Aquarius, but dealing with the arts. Children, putting your children in the right group. So if you did a group doing something with children and you know what I mean, you could do really well. Arts and children, something like that, taking children on these long trips and whatnot. That Jupiter in Aquarius in the 5th house, that's a good international, what they used to call that when you international exchange student type of vibe. You know what I mean? So you could do something like that on a big scale and whatnot. But something dealing with groups of people and children, even, or just your flat out creativity with groups and or technology. Okay. Okay. You're right. All right. All right. Jupiter and Scorpio in the sixth house. You a healer, Harmony. That's a healing modality. Scorpio, when Scorpio and Virgo connect, it's supposed to be about the healing. Whether that's Scorpio in the sixth house or Virgo on the eighth house, that's a very serious healing person. So you're lucky here, you're protected here, you're a healer and whatnot. So if you had anything to do with like in health and holistic things, that's your thing. You can do that, and you tap in easy there. Okay. All right. Who is this? Who is this? Who bid the boom? Oh, ooh. They're cooking crabs. All right. Jupiter and Cap in the 11th, and that's Jupiter storm. Jupiter and Cap in the 11th. So serious, successful friendships, serious people who are serious about their success, man. Older people, groups of people. So the 11th house is social, is social networking, whether it's through computers or whether it's through physical gatherings. So with Jupiter in the 11th, especially in Cap, but Jupiter in the 11th period, if you got that, what you have to do is you have to get around the people that's in the sector that you're in. So if you're a computer person, you take your ass over to the computer thing, to the computer conferences. If you are a comic book person, you take your ass to the comic book things that they have once a year. You have to put yourself in the environment. That's just true, period. But especially when you have Jupiter connected to the 11th house, because that's where your expansion and your growth comes from, because the 11th house deal with networking. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you win. All right. 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 Cindy H, Pisces in the 4th. Jupiter, if you got Jupiter in the 4th and Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces is considered to be at home. That's good. Now, I'm going to tell you something about that marker. If you got Jupiter and Pisces in the 4th, that ain't physical, baby girl. That shit is 100% spiritual. That is meditative. That is, you get intuitions and things of that nature. However, the 4th house with Jupiter allows you to have a big home. You can have a big house. And then again, I always say it would translate into real estate. So you could do well there. But with that Pisces factor, I'm definitely picking up more on a psychic vibe. It's easy for you to, that's a channeler, somebody that can speak with deceased people in a sense, family members. But it's also setting up family wealth as well and whatnot. All right. And it also means mom could have been a big drug person or something, potentially. Yeah, we got you right there. We got you. All right. All right. 03 Casper. So where is it? 10th? I'm not understanding 10th and 14. What you got? Jupiter, Scorpio, 10 degrees, 14 minutes. All right. So what house are you in though? What house are you in? Jupiter and Scorpio. Let me give you this. Jupiter and Scorpio. Scorpio's other people's money, man. So this is like investment clubs. This is stocks. This is insurance policies. Jupiter connected with Scorpio also can mean, somebody gonna die and leave you some big money. And so you want to make sure that the wills and the legacies and things of that nature, the insurance policy and you being a beneficiary is on point. Because you got Saturn connected to that Jupiter represents a delay. It's there, but it may be some type of delay. If you got Neptune connected to it, somebody lying about your inheritance. Such and such left you some money and they lied to your ass. If Neptune is illy associated with your 8th house. Okay? And so Jupiter and Scorpio represent other people's money. All right? So you got to figure out what your angle is with other people's money. This is people who you having sex with. This is, you know what I mean? This could be business, obviously, and whatnot. And you do really, really, really well there. Really well there. That's an investment group type of placement right there, man. You can be selling insurance and stuff like that with Jupiter connected to Scorpio and be damn good at it. All right. Nikki Love. What you say, Nikki Love? What you say? What you say? You want me to point out what you got? What you got, Nikki Love? Where you at? Nikki Love, you a master. I don't see. Fly Top Blizzy. I'm not looking at the birthdays. People, you got to tell me what it is, where you got it at, and then we know we can build on it. I went up, Nikki Love. I didn't see nothing unless you was telling me somebody above me. They just rolling in so hard. Ellis Cherry, what up? Jupiter's in my second house, 8 degrees Cancer. Cool. Yeah, we did that. Well, if we didn't do that, Phil, man, family members, money, Cancers, houses, because it's home. Second house is money. So they go to the real estate connection. I ain't trying to sell you on this real estate. I'm just telling you what this shit mean. Second house is just a financial house. So family members with money or something dealing with homes and money in a big, big way. You tell me what homes and big money deals with. It's obvious. You're supposed to be at a great real estate investor. Got Jupiter connected to your second house. Girl, you got big money. Stop playing around. You got big money. All right. Ellis Cherry in the 8th house. Sag, yeah. If it's in the 8th house again, it goes with legacies, other people's money, raising money, insurance policies, things of that nature. Lottery, perhaps, because it's other people's money. But lottery is definitely more of a 5th house thing. But 12th house, Jimmy. Jupiter in the 12th, man, and Jimmy is more cerebral. It's definitely way more mental. So this could be information, learning like information on spirituality. And this is a great teacher moment right here. This is not necessarily so physical, but it's really a teacher thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you got Jupiter connected to your 12th house, it's more meditative. It could be being of service, like you have a hospital or a nursing home and things of that nature, and you do fairly well there. Because the 12th house deals with institutions like that. The 12th house is also music. And so you would do really, really well there if you got some type of poetic musical ability, because Gemini has something to say. You know what I'm saying? So there's something that you got to say and speak or teach and let flow. You know, Gemini, Jupiter and Jimmy in the 12th, I would probably say you definitely may be a musician of some sort. I'm curious, or do you have a musical ability? Or maybe you write music for other people. You're a ghostwriter. You know what I mean? That could definitely be that marker for sure. Okay. Jupiter in the first is more about appearance. Got to be careful with Jupiter in the first because it can put weight on you. You know what I mean? But Jupiter in the first is big self. People see you as big, grandioso. But my favorite definition of it really is, hey, man, Jupiter in the first, you got to take big action. I mean, big action. Think big. Think real big. Take action. All right. Jupiter in the third. Jupiter in the third. We got something to say again. We talking. You got something. You got something you got to say. You got big shit you want to talk about. What you holding back? And it's in Pisces. With Jupiter used to co-rule Pisces. Jupiter used to be the ruler of Pisces before they discovered Neptune. So Jupiter and Pisces is at home. That means that energy is strong. Jupiter and Pisces in the third, you got some spiritual shit that you want to talk about. What you know about the soul, Andrea Gray? What do you know about consciousness, thinking positive? What do you know about, the thinking modality of the third house? Third house demands that you say it. You got something big to say, and you need to say it. Okay, that's how you tap in. That's how you tap in. You're a writer. You can write many books, quick, fast, and it can be mysteries because Pisces is mystery and suspense, right? So you could You can write some type of suspense book type of stuff. All right. All right. So I got the first. We did Jupiter in the first. Jupiter in the first. Take big action. Take big action. Because see, the first house is just you, yourself. So it's like myself, my big self. Yeah, you can physically gain weight easy here, but the first house is the house of action. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, how do just think big? Like you, it's on you. The first order of business is think big. You know what I'm saying? Like big thoughts, and don't stray off of them. And what I mean by big thoughts, big action. All right. All right. Jupiter and Aries in the second house. Woo-wee. Take the lead, man. Take the lead. Take financial control. Aries is so passionate. Jump in head first. You know what I'm saying? You know, jump into this money thing. Something dealing with money, you got to jump in. Now, Aries is more martial, so it could be martial arts. It can be combative. It could be fighting. It can be fires. It can be militant. You know what I'm saying? Police, security, something like that. Jupiter in the second can, you know, that could, in Aries could bring you that kind of money. It can come from an Aryan nature of physical combat and protection, in a sense. All right. All right. Fly top Blizzy, you got it, man. First house Aquarius. So the thing you need to think big about is what's good for humanity, what's good for groups of people. How can humanity advance based off the things you put in action? And do you have something that's dealing with technology, perhaps, or you got some type of unorthodox thinking and presentation that you can give? Because Aquarius is unorthodox. So what can you give to uplift the people, in a sense? And so, and again, it rules technology, so you can do well there, or your friends, groups of people can do well with that. All right. All right. Jupiter in Cancer in the 11th. Yeah, remember the 11th house is going to be your social thing. So family members being social, are you taking the lead, and you got friends and social groups that it's important for you to make it pop. All right. Brittany Brown, what up? All right. Yeah. You're welcome. What's that? XX Semigod. Jupiter in the sixth, that was the one that's all about big work. Whatever your work is, if you love it, man, keep on doing it. If it deals with personal health and hygiene type of stuff, big ups to you. The sixth house also has a connotation of music as well, I've seen. But health and hygiene for sure is one of those primary factors of the sixth house. And you're also blessed. So if you ever get sick and stuff, you're easily protected and you will recover. Probably won't even get sick at all, type of thing. So you could do really good in the realm of health. You're very welcome, Miss Gray. All right. Noon. Yeah. Jupiter in the second is that money house. It's this big money. The sign can show you how it modifies a little bit for sure. You know what I'm saying? So Jupiter in the second, you're supposed to get big money. Like stop freaking around and get to the bag. You got Jupiter in the second, you ain't getting money. I mean, somebody got to slap you. I got Saturn in the second, but I got Jupiter in Taurus. So it's like this back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Jupiter in Virgo, 27 degrees. It's in Virgo. What house is it in? Nikki Love, Cheyenne B, 8th house, Jupiter, Taurus. Oh, yeah. 8. So somebody can die and leave you some money. 1. 2, if you focus on finances, things that you put value on, it's important that other people chime in with you. The 8th house is other people's money. And so you do good pitching to people who can believe in your idea and teaming up with people, and you can make it happen. It's other people's money in joint bank accounts, or you could marry into or partner up with people. Because again, it's just other people's money. So somehow, some way, your money comes in a big way when you link up with other people. So here's the question, and this is a technique that is going on in quantum imaging, and it's a technique that's going on inside of the Wealth Club with people who have the 333 money continuum, and I give it to you because I want you guys to really do well in life. The faster you guys can get to your goal and accumulate finances, the faster you're going to help me get to mine. Okay, and so I'm a firm believer in that. And so Here's the question that you have to ask yourself. Trust me when I tell you, and this thing goes dope when you play this 333 money continuum. I'm about to come out with a new song for y'all. It ain't a song, but it's a track. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm about to go get the sounds from NASA. You know, NASA got satellites that literally transcribe the sounds from these planets, and then I'm gonna tie the sound of the planet back into what we would call certain hertz frequencies that resonate to get your consciousness and the light inside of you to get ready to fully embody the light of Jupiter, and then show you how to line it up so you can tap in and really get into that thing. So that Jupiter track is coming. But what I was about to say was, ask the question. Y'all ready? Uncle G taught me this. Who's got my money? Who got my money? Who got my money? If you got money if you got Jupiter in the 8th house, who got your money? You got Jupiter in the 11th house, who got my money? 7th house, partnerships, who got my money? 10th house, career in the public, who got my money? It don't matter where it is, but some of those houses are more social houses. Who's got my money? You ask that question and you sincerely feel that. You're asking the question and you're sending vibration and thought out into ether. Ether is going to try, and they're going to try it, is going to bring something into your vicinity to show you that this is the person who got your money. Whether it be a mysterious bill getting paid all of a sudden, whether you get a rebate check, whether you're part of a class action lawsuit you had nothing to do with and you can't remember, and you getting the paycheck, who's got my money? Ask yourself that consistently. There's certain things you should just do for life when it comes to money. And that's why my thing is, get on that 333 continuum. That's on my astrology coach, the shop tab, and just go to the whatchamajigger, the power product. Like, listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you listen to that? I know what mine is. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from real estate on a continuous basis. What? I feel that shit. I know this shit is real. You know what I mean? And I can show you the deals that come behind it. All right. All right. Who's got my money? I always ask you that. Ask that. All right. All right. Salon for Life. You have to go to astro.com, sign up, put your email in, and put your birthday in, time of birth, city of birth, and then find Jupiter. Looks like the number 4, and you'll be able to see it. It's easy peasy. All right. 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 I'm getting money, but I ain't manifested the big bag yet. You getting money, and the big bag is on the way. It is on the way, man. See, the big bag take time. It gets more players involved in it. This is why it's important to get into the right circle. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to manifest $1 million or become a millionaire, how I'm gonna do it when I'm not really in the right circle? It's easier for me to manifest it if I start putting myself in these, I'm at Silicon Valley. I fuck with technology, and I'm always in Silicon Valley, and I'm at Starbucks, and then they doing these tech meetups over such and such house. Like, now you in vicinity of it. You got to put yourself in vicinity of it. So it just ain't about you having the car on the vision board. Go test drive that motherfucker and go drive it every weekend. Yep, it's me again. Hey, it's me again. You know what I mean? Go test drive it. So you got to touch it. Put yourself in vicinity of it. Because that's one thing that the body don't know. Oh, this ain't mine. You touching it. What you mean this ain't mine? You touching me. That's why you don't like people touching you. Or you do like people touching you. It's very personal. All right. Jupiter in Aries is not necessarily, give me the house. But Jupiter in Aries, man, I mean, it's just big expansion in your passion, big expansion in fights, big expansion in guns and militant security. You know what I mean? But it's purely passion. Mars. So Aries, where? What house? You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, Elmani. It was the 10th house, Nikki. Now you made me forget the sign, girl. You know I'm old. So it was Jupiter in the 10th house. You made me forget the sign, Nikki Love. Now I gotta go back. Virgo, 10th house. Oh, girl, you supposed to be doing some type of, if you got an interest in healing or some type of interest in serving people, that's what's up. It's something about, see, Virgo is deep too. It's customer service. It's secretary because it pays attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Virgo is the perfect chief operating officer. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever that little knickknack that you got that you pay detail to, in the 10th house, you got to bring that out because it's going to make it career orientated and very successful. The 10th house is the house of success and richness, fame. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is, man. Jupiter, Pisces in the 5th. Jupiter connected to the 5th, you can have a lot of children. Yeah, you gotta watch that if that's not your thing. But Pisces in the 5th, Jupiter and Pisces is it's meditative. It's spiritual. 5th house is your children. You can really work the laws with Jupiter and Pisces in the 5th of imagination and lottery, because the 5th house is lottery and gambling. So you the type that could easily magnetize lottery checks, print them like you already won them, and go play the lottery and stuff like that. Because Pisces is transcendental consciousness. So that works two ways, y'all. It's not just about receiving psychic impressions. It's about you taking the psyche and going into the future and then walking into the future so it can materialize. It ain't about the information comes to you and you had a dream and you had intuition and you wake up and then the shit happens. You can reverse that process. This is a two-way street of duality, male, female. You're on the receiving feminine end when the data come in. Now you got to turn it masculine and say, you know what? Let me send the imagination and the mind up into the future like I won. I got the lottery check. The shit is printed out already. I won to the casino. I already got my chips that I'm cashing out. And then take your ass into the casino on a favorable time and bam, mop them. Jupiter in the 5th allows you to do that. I got Saturn connected to my 5th. So he's like, nah, buddy, it's not going to be as easy for you. No, sir. You don't get the pass to do it. Jupiter in the 5th, y'all get the pass to gamble and shit and win. You know what I mean? That's how that works. All right. Who has my money? Who has my money, man? Man, if y'all got here late and y'all missed church, man, y'all got to go back and rewind and go. We got into numbers 14 and 18, man. This is off the chain. All right. So did we do that? Jupiter in the 4th house, big money, big family, ancestors, big real estate. Jupiter connected to Cancer and real estate, big money, big money. Jupiter connected to the 7th house, big relationships. Could be multiple relationships at one time. All right. 0 degrees. Scorpio in the 3rd. Omar Bashir's in the building. Hey man, tell him Omar. We gotta tell him Omar. Tell him O. Tell him O. Tell him O. Tell him we business partners and you got a couple thousand in the project. Tell him O. I gotta call you. Don't I be hawking you down, bro? I got some money for you. I be hawking O down. He in the chat. He'll tell you. You know. But look, that right there is other people's money, communication, teaching. You know what I mean? Think about that. Scorpio is other people's money. The 3rd house is you running your mouth. I'm asking you, Omar, please testify, brother, because you got people out here allegedly ain't giving people no refunds and taking people's money. I said we don't do that around here. Omar is, we partners. He high up on some things. You know what I'm saying? We doing some private ventures together. He gets his money. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, Omar, you got to testify. So other people's money, man, sharing, teaching, spreading the word. And if it don't deal with money and it deals more with the spiritual transformation, and it also deals with sex, then you can do that. All right. See, there we go right there. Thank you, brother. See what he say? Got my prosperity residual. Got mines. Facts. People getting a paper when you fuck with me. All right. Jupiter and Scorpio, Jupiter to the 8th. You can be a big freak. Big sex. Sex could be your abundance factor. I didn't say it, but it's true. Sex can be your abundance factor. You can be tantric. Oh yeah, you can get them $2,500 workshops for orgasm sessions. If you got Jupiter connected to the 8th, Jupiter connected to Scorpio, Jupiter in your 3rd house, talking sex talk. You can be a phone sex operator. Boy, you're getting this money. Think about it. Wifey about to beat your ass. Yeah. But that's true though. All right. Hey, money, Jupiter in the 9th house, 6 degrees. Okay, you got it in the 9th. Oh, teaching. You got something to say? Teaching, traveling. Could be Forex. Could be something international, something moving about, moving around. But you got it's more of a teaching aspect. Jupiter in Sag in the 10th. Big foreign, that's foreign diplomat shit right there. That's definitely government. That's some big government stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can do government contracts with the Defense Department, government contracts with whatever. That's like big. You could do that with that placement. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Man, appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, man. Y'all see it? He said he never felt cheated. And this guy's been around for years. You know what I'm saying? Relationships is solid, not salad, like one of my mentors, 40 say. Nah, man, I'm just telling them, Coach Mike, for real. You gotta tell the truth, man. You could be. Yeah, that Jupiter in the 12th house stuff, man. I said it before. You know what I'm saying? In Scorpio, that's spiritual transformation, man. That 12th house is it's all psyche, you know. You know, it's 12th is it's not necessarily physical like that. You know what I mean? But it's poetry, it's music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Nah, it's all good. You good, Phil? It's all good. You know what I mean? That's what that represent. All right, so can Jupiter and Aries at 20 degrees in the 2nd house deal with politics or publishing? Yeah, because Jupiter is politics, it deals with law. And Jupiter also deals with publishing. And so Jupiter, you can publish things. This is why Jupiter is the teacher. Jupiter is the professor. So it's like, I know shit. You know, I go, you know what I mean? And it also represents higher learning. You know what I mean? So something about learning things. Usually when we learn things, it came through the modality of books from publishing and whatnot. So 2nd house deals with finances. So absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Chrissy Carter, Jupiter in the 8th. Other people's money. Other people's money. Sex and money. I said it earlier. Sex and money. Webcam. Only me, Chrissy. Chrissy. Listen. Chrissy. Got to get with your partner. If you with a partner, say, hey, we got to do some only me fans. And it can be both of y'all because the 8th house is who you can join with. So it's just not you. Okay? But Jupiter in the 8th is other people's money. And but it is the house of sex, investments, insurance policies. Somebody died can leave you some money too. So you should check in on that in the sense of making sure that the business affairs is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is, man. Astrology mixed with the mind science, dope. Appreciate it, man. For sure, man. We you got it. You appreciate it. Yeah. XX, you got you good. Yeah. Omar telling y'all, man. He telling y'all. Omar telling you he getting paper every month. You know what I mean? That's what I mean, because we private partners, man. So I can't come on here publicly and say, hey guys, give me money. I'm not asking you to give me anything. I'm saying we should have enough common sense to have private conversation, and we already friends and fam, that we can progress the conversation and figure out what we can do together in private ventures. I'm into private equity. Until I pay an SEC attorney $100K, then it's going to be lights out. Because then publicly, I can just flat out tell you, drop your bread right there and let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we just going to privately run up the scoreboard and just build portfolios. That's what it's about. Jupiter in Aquarius, third house, Visions Media. It gets no better than that. Your name says it all. Visions Media. Third house is media. Aquarius is technology. It's the thing it's the medium in which media comes through. Jupiter represents your abundance factor. Your name is living out your abundance factor. Big kudos to you. Already in tune. If Jupiter is in our second house, does that mean big money with lottery as well? Yeah, anything connected with money. Absolutely. Anything connected with money. And the second house is the northeast region in your sky, in your house. Set up the cosmic feng shui board, man. Get jiggy with this thing. Okay? What do you mean? Well, I always like to give the example that the western sky represents the relationships. This is why if they're somewhere where the sun sets on the beach, they like, oh, let's hold hands and walk on the beach. You know what I mean? Because the seventh house represents relationships. They want to look at the sunset. You know what I'm saying? I got you, MC 3 feet, Jupiter 11th in Cap. Serious friends who got money. Remind me to go back to the feng shui. All right, I didn't want MC3 to get lost. Serious friends that got money. Capricorn is big success. Serious people, older people, disciplined people. 11th house is groups of people. Put yourself in the groups of these people. Capricorn is career. Whatever your career endeavors are, you need to be in social networks and gatherings within your sector. And then they easily give to you. Easily. They be like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's young, he's the youngest one in here. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll give it to him. You know what I mean? It'll come easy for you. Okay? So cosmic feng shui. Cosmic feng shui, this is not the Bagua of the East. I'm giving you the real universal celestial feng shui because I know these houses are real, which are directions in space. So if the western sky is Libra in relationships, and then we can physically see couples holding hands on the beach at sunset, when the sun is in the west, then we can see that, okay? So here is how it goes. The career in success is on the south wall. That's the 10th house. The individual money is the northeast corner. Okay? Joint partnerships is more of your east going, what's that? South. So technically southeast. Okay? So you're moving towards southeast, almost due south, but you're not due south yet. I'm sorry, almost due west, but you're not due west yet. Okay? So certain things you could, just grid. Print out your birth chart, get a compass, learn how to tell direction. Watch where the sun come up, or get an app on your phone that's a compass. And take the compass and figure out where you got planets at, and then be like, you know what? This is where I want to tap in at, right? So if you want to tap into the 8th house, the house of sex, I'm gonna give you this shit. Listen, man. I got some shit, man. I'm telling you, I got some shit. I got some heat. I'm gonna tell y'all how to get jiggy with it, so you can just get jiggy with it. If the 8th house is the house of other people's money and sex, okay? When the sun come up in the morning, just to give you the physical marker, when the sun come up in the morning, it's in the east. That's the 12th house. So the next 2 hours, it will start to move towards the 11th house, which the sun is making its way from the east and starting to make its way over to the south. Around high noon, which is the 10th house, the sun is in the south. Okay? When the sun gets midpoint, middle, the zenith, that's the south. That's the 10th house. Then approximately about 2 hours later, it's leaving. It's in the 9th at that point. And then after that, it's in the 8th. Now remember, the 7th house is due west. Bingo, west, sunsets right here. So only thing you got to do is technically do about 30 degrees turn. A 30-degree turn from due west is the 8th house, because that is the southwest portion of the sky before it gets due west, like Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines, Southwest is other people's money. So Southwest Airlines, other people's money, get on. So your southwest region of the sky is your sexual region of the sky, and other people's money region of the sky. So when the sun gets here every single day around a particular time, the sun is actually radiating in front of the space that deals with other people's money. So you want to know who got your money? Radiate that goddamn mantra, that question when that sun is right in that region of space, because now that's the space that corresponds to the question that you have. The problem is, this is why I like to think is, here go the energy right behind you, and you talking about, you over here thinking about some shit, and you don't know that the goddamn manifestation is watching you. Like, yo, are you even smart enough to holler at me and program me? I hear you, but who wants to be talked to when they behind you? You over here. You see what I'm saying? So now what you can do is you can channel it. You there? Oh, I tell you what. Okay. Oh, y'all in relations? Oh, okay. 8th house. That's the sexual. Oh, okay. Then this is where we get busy and we do the thing. What's the focus? What's the intention? What we trying to channel down now? Because the sun is in this region. Or maybe it ain't the sun. Maybe it's Jupiter that's there. You see? Okay. So see, think about this. You got to understand, if today the sun is in Scorpio, or technically Sagittarius, the first day of Sag is today, all day the sun will be at, let's just say 1 degree or 0 degrees Sagittarius. But at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's over here in the east. At 12 o'clock, it's in the south. At 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it's in the west. It stayed at 1 degree all day, but it switched positions in space as the earth is turning. As it's turning and giving the different perceptions of space, these are different areas of our life. So now we can get busy and say, oh, Jupiter. Oh, I know what Jupiter is. Oh, Jupiter's there now. It may be 3 o'clock. It may be whatever time. You just got to know how to map it. So now that it's there in the 8th house, who got my money? Hey, babe, come here. Let's cuddle. Hey, babe, let me feel on you. Hey, babe, let's have some sex. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Because this represents the cosmic timing of this thing. Either this shit is real or it's not. That's the thing with me. Either it's real or it's not. And I know it's real. So therefore, there's no hold bars. I told you 2021, I'm just turning up. If fuck it, we got to go all the way in. I'm gonna be walking around this motherfucker talking about, talking to myself, pacing back and forth. I'm in the store talking to myself, saying my shit. I don't care what you think, nigga, because I know one thing for certain, and it was easily encoded inside them damn tarot cards. The fool is the closest one to God when you understand the tarot symbology. Ain't got nothing to lose, nothing to fear. Look like I'm about to step off the edge. No, I'm not. I'm willing to go to the edge for mine. That's the point. He ain't fall off the edge. He ain't in a tower falling down from a disaster. He willing to go to the edge for his. How far are you willing to go for yours? I know the law is real. But therefore, we tap in. All right. 8 minutes, we take it to 9 o'clock. All right. So what you got? 12th house. Xena. 12th house. Spirit. Cancer, home, ancestors. That's extremely intuitive. Again, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like the word psychic. Psychic, it doesn't explain what's going on. So Xena, when you got Jupiter at what? Jupiter 26 degrees, 12th house Cancer. Cancer is ancestors, family. 12th house is psychic phenomenon. Psychic means transcendental consciousness. I can't stress that enough. You just got information about some shit that's about to happen in our space-time continuum, and it ain't happened yet. Where that shit come from? That's one. So it's transcending space. And it's transcending time because it got here before the quote unquote, before it collapsed and became an event. But I'm telling you, you can do consciousness, you can do the same thing. Send the imagination out, send the conscious thought out into the future. That's what Jupiter in Cancer in the 12th house looks like. You're able to tap in. I mean, really, really tap in and be great with meditation, imagination type of work. That's your thing. And honestly, deceased people, especially family members, can give you some type of psychic impression. They can talk to you. You can get it. All right. Jupiter in the 9th, 2nd degrees Virgo. Man, that's a super teacher. If you ever thought about health, in Virgo, I'm always say, if you ever thought about health, cleanliness, and shit, healing, that's there. But Jupiter in the 9th, your work can take you out of the country. It should. Something dealing with your work and what you're passionate about, like, and that you being of service to. Virgo is like finding a charity that you like to give to. Okay. And the 9th house is something dealing with internationalness, like it takes you out of the country and whatnot. Higher learning, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta go. All right. Gotta go. You got to go. Oh man, still DRE. You just got here. Oh man, bro, you're gonna have to rewind, man. You're gonna have to rewind. We the last 5 minutes. You missed church, bro. Subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button. Don't ever let that happen to you again, because I start on time. I sent the email out. The email people know. I said 7:30. I was here early. I give it a 10-minute warm up. But at least even if you don't get the email, then you subscribe and notified. You know what I'm saying? And you popping. You know. All right, man. We gotta live on the edge, man. That's right. Tension brings climax. All right. Come on, man. Let's go. 5 minutes. Let's drive it home. Let's drive it home. All right. What y'all got? They need to teach the astro science in school. Facts. I can second that motion. Oh, it says 7. Was it 7? I said 7. Thought I said 7:30. I could have said that. I do dyslexic shit, man. So you could be right. Because I rarely do things on the 30. I always do stuff on the top of the hour. Yeah. You're welcome, MC 3 feet. Jane Brewerton, Capricorn, but what house? Where you at in Cap? Gary Pope, what up? Jupiter and Scorpio in the 3rd. Yeah. That's the old brother Umar has that. Another cosmic feng shui class, please. Yeah, I'm gonna get in the bag 2021, man. We got to get jiggy with it. I think I'm gonna turn one of these houses, man, into a spot where, you know, y'all can come and we can kick it as a circle. But, you know, go stay in your own Airbnb. Everybody can't sleep there in a sense, but may have it as a spot where we can come and it's open, you know what I mean, just for dialogue type of stuff. It's one of my areas, man. We got the most. We home to the Underground Railroad. You know what I'm saying? And we got the most magnetic anomalies dealing with these so-called Native American mound structures. We the capital of that too. You know what I'm saying? You diggy dig. Hey, Betty Boop. Oh, Betty Boop, that's you? I don't have your info. I gotta tell you, Betty. I gotta tell you. I gotta show you. I can show you. Don't worry about it, Betty. I got you. I got you. Let me see. What did I say? I am crazy, man. I did say 7 p.m. Eastern, and I meant to be 7:30, man. I am crazy. You're correct. You're correct. They did do that. All right, man. Emmanuel T. Jean came in, man. Where we at? What about Pluto in the fourth? Oh, man. I don't want to deal with Pluto's dark family members. Somebody's dead and they're hunting you. Now, I'm kidding about the hunting part. It's a possibility, but they're dead. Pluto in the fourth is definitely dead, folks. Talking. The fourth house is the house of endings, and and Pluto is dead. And so it's a double death energy, and the fourth house is family. So it's ancestrals that passed on that, you know what I'm saying, could, attach to you and shit. All right. Man, Jupiter in the eighth. Other people money. Other people money. All right, Jane Brewerton, man, what's happening is, you notice how people saying stuff like Jupiter in Cancer, 10th house, they already looking it up, so I don't have time to punch it in. You know what I'm saying? It don't, man. It don't. All right. All right, man. So here's the thing. So if you missed it earlier, we got here at 7:30. Sorry for the miscommunication in the email. After this is over, man, go rewind. Seriously, man. There's something in the Bible that is phenomenal in the book of Numbers that is really talking about the science of relationships, being focused and not wasting time. The moral of my story today is Jupiter. I just want to give to y'all because I know y'all love this shit, right? But I just want to tie it in biblically as well, that please do not waste time, ladies and gentlemen. Please. It's something that you, quote unquote, cannot get back. Okay. So don't waste time. Figure out what your abundance factor is. That was the Jupiter thing. Monica, Jupiter, Capricorn, the eighth. Serious people, big success. Successful people, eighth house, other people's money, older people, sexual partners, sex and money, but it's career and money and whatnot. So, people who you work with, you can ask them, what are they doing as far as investments? Jupiter and Capricorn, the eighth house, a conversation go like this at work, right? Man, you got any investments? You invest in anything? Oh yeah, I invest in such and so. Ooh, man, let me. What kind of percentage returns do they bring? And then once you can find that out, then either A, if it's great, you ride with it, or B, if you got something better, then you present something, and then y'all make that grow. You see what I'm saying? But you start angling that career of people who you work with. Okay. And people just around you, period. You know what I mean? All right. Class instructor, I talked about that before. Basically, 23 degrees is a difference. 23 degrees is a difference. Like right now, we're going to say today's the first day of Sagittarius. Vedic is going to say, no, it's not. Look in front of the sun. The sun is in front of, it's going to look like the front is in front of Scorpio, one sign back. So there's a discrepancy of 23 degrees between the two systems. Both are right because when you're dealing with planets represent the energy. We have no discrepancy with the planets. We have no discrepancy if the sun is right here in the sky. We have no discrepancy on the direction, which is the house. We have no discrepancy there. We have a discrepancy on what sign we say the sun is in front of. They're going by what they see in the naked eye, Vedic. I'm telling you, you cannot believe what you see with the naked eye. How can you when the sun don't rise and it don't set, but it look like it do? How can you when the moon change phases and the physical moon don't change phases? It's a cosmic illusion with the naked eye. You cannot believe the naked eye. You have to know how to calculate and equate for the 23 degree tilt. That's what's making the difference. So since we're tilted at 23 and a half degrees, therefore the planets look like in real time they're 23 degrees right. They're right here, but technically they're really up there. We're spinning. We said to be spinning at what? Over 1,000 miles per hour or per second, right? And listen, shit, you don't feel like we spinning. You don't feel the spin. You don't feel it. So this is a cosmic illusion. So the difference between the two is 23 degrees in the Zodiac sign. We don't argue about the planet. We don't argue about the direction the planet is in, known as the house. 23 degrees. And guess what? I'm a 27 degree Aquarius. If you reduce me down, take 23 degrees away, 27 minus 23, I'm going to be a 4 degree Aquarius. So even if you try to reduce me down, I'm so high up in this Aquarian signs, I'm still going to be an Aquarius. And that goes for you if you're 24 in degrees up in the Zodiac sign, your sun sign. Even if you went to an Eastern system, you're still going to be that same sun sign. See? So now there's just a window of discrepancy. Okay? All right. So let me get off Astro. Listen, if you want this, man, listen, I can help you out. It's no problem. You just, the best thing for you in a sense, man, just hit me up. But you can go to myastrologycoach.com. Okay. If you want a personal report on a monthly, it's cosmic insurance. It's only $19 a month. It's cosmic insurance. All right. I'll let you read it for yourself. It's there. myastrologycoach.com. Click on the membership tab. All right. Another part is the Family Wealth Club. So you can come in and you want the report, but now you can get the report for $44 a month. Because I'm going to take that and I'm going to put you into the Wealth Club. So you're going to have a report and the Wealth Club. Okay. Now, if you just strictly Wealth Club, then it's only $37 a month. So technically the comparison between the two, $37 a month for Wealth Club, right? And then $44 a month for Astro and the Wealth Club. So how much you paying for a report? Only $7. Okay. Your cosmic insurance plan is only $7 when you come into the Wealth Club if you want that particular feature. Do you need it? It's up to you. I personally don't think so. If you promise to be happy, you promise to be married, you promise to live your truth, you don't need it. Let's let things be in your line. But if you ain't really there, and you can be honest about that, I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do is have frustration and the planet Mars get in a certain position, your ass gonna have an experience. Okay? Because it has to match your frequency. It has to. Okay? So you have a problem, man, and you do not want Martian problems. Trust me. That shit represents accidents, fights, gunshots, bruises. Man, listen, man. We got some, man. Listen, okay? I'm telling you, you don't want no problems with Mars. You don't want that. Okay? You don't want it, man. You don't want it. But listen, don't waste time. Figure your pattern out. Here's the game. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from what? Whatever that is, fill in the blank, man. I'm giving it to you. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from YouTube on a continuous basis. But now you got that down. Get your ass on YouTube. Start making these videos. Do what you got to do. Build your thing up. Okay. Subconscious money continuum 333. Got a new testimonial. Carolyn wasn't even hitting that thing for a week and already got 750. But that's what she do. Carolyn will tell you, I'm juicy. She'll tell you, she juicy. Oh, crazy, man. But she'll tell you she's juicy, right? So she's not afraid to be sensual with her visualization. Okay. So instantly, bam, it comes. All right. And so it's only $37. What is that? I'm talking about you saying that saying, and let's put it over some certain frequencies and what we call hertz, certain sounds. And then you got it playing for 33 minutes straight and just keep it on repeat. I leave from down here from my little dungeon manhole. I always have it playing. And when I come back in the morning, I want to feel the vibe of that. So I keep it on repeat overnight while I'm not even down here. You know what I'm saying? So it can resonate. Okay. So very important for you to train your subconscious mind. You get to it, myastrologycoach.com, power products, read it. It's right there. 333 subconscious money continuum. You're going to say it, send it to me on MP3. Once I confirm your MP3, you can email it to me, man. Email Noble, Noble, Ampu, AMPU at Gmail. Right. Once I confirm that the quality is good, I can work with it. Then you would make payment and then I give it to my son. And guess what? I got my son that's doing it. He's pretty dope. He's doing it in one of our programs. He's the one that's doing the editing and the mixing. He's mixing and mastering it for you. And I'm just the producer of it. And I pay him. And the money don't even go to me. It go to him. I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, bro. You got it. You sitting here doing the work. You know what I mean? So focus in on that, man. Join me, man. The Prosperity Investment Group. I'm real serious about this shit, man. You scroll back in this video if you just got here. I showed you the real estate that I'm on. Scroll up in these comments if you just got here. My man Omar here. He in here. Me and him got a partnership together. He got some G's put in. And Omar tell you, Noble pays me. And he comes looking for me for my bread. I don't run off with people money, man. That ain't my MO, homie. Never will be. All right. All right, man. With that, man, peace.